The theme for the World Radio Day celebrated on February 13, 2024 is Radio a Century, Informing, Entertaining and Educating. Let's now join Tokwe Alabi as he reports from one of the radio stations in Abuja on its powerful impact on news, drama, music and sports.
Finding out what you are grateful for or whom you're grateful for today.
Radio has remained a low-cost medium specifically suited to reaching remote communities and vulnerable people.
Radio is a connection. When you connect with people, they would give you their time because it's not easy. Someone deciding to let you into their day. You see people listening to radio and they don't even know when they start smiling. You see people having a very bad day and then maybe the music, maybe the presenter, whatever conversation that is being raised. And then you see the pulse, what is happening in the nation. It might not be a good place. Maybe it's a situation about insecurity or a situation about losing AFCON, for example. And then people are sad.
Well, according to UNESCO, radio has crossed the 100-year milestone. Hence, it is a significant occasion to commemorate the medium's extensive virtues and continuing potency as it faces challenges from the technological innovations to a lot of other issues.
Radio, we can never take radio out of place regardless of the technology. Rather it has enhanced, the listener's preference. So you can listen on the go. Whether you want to listen holding your transistor radio, you want to listen to radio online. Most radio stations like Classic, Beat, you can listen to us online. And a lot of radio stations are already digital.
You have to connect, right? So, and if the person that is listening to you does not connect with you, they will not listen again. So when they listen, they want to see a bit of themselves in you. They want to know that, oh, this rice I am buying for 70,000, you're also buying it for 70,000.
And thanks for staying with us. I'm Divine Prince Abby with the headline news.
Well, radio no doubt has continued to play a crucial role in emergency communication and disaster relief.
With the help of radio, information has been passed even to the grassroots, and even some information that were supposed to be hidden have been exposed. So everybody is well enlightened now.
Well, Studio UNESCO proposed the formation of United Nations Radio on February 13, 1946, and subsequently, at its 36th session, UNESCO proclaimed February 13 as World Radio Day. It's back to you in the studios. Many thanks.
Many thanks, Okwe. And gladly we're able to also pull Ugo Oyana right here to the studios. And he's right here with us. Many thanks for joining us on the News Desk at 3. Thank you so much. Please tell us exactly, looking at the celebration today, how relevant it is, is it that we know as in modern society today, considering the emergence of social media and other modern means of communication, how relevant is radio as of today?
First and foremost, good afternoon, my amazing audience. Radio cannot be overemphasized as relevant today because you can't take radio out of the scheme of humanity. When you talk about music, entertainment, information, news, radio still cuts that mode. I'm looking at social media. Social media has its limitation, and you come to find out that a lot of information that comes out of the social media is always subject to that fact checking, because for you to be a broadcaster or running a radio station, regardless of it being a virtual or probably a real-time station, there's a bit of regulation. There's a lot of professionalism that is brought into the fore when you are a broadcaster. But being on the social media, anybody could put up fake news, bias, stereotypes, controversies that could lead to a breakdown of law and order. But you being a broadcaster on radio, you would always want to play by the rules and also play by the demography which your station appeals to.
So what challenges do you think radio stations face in the course of entertaining, educating and informing the public?
Well, basically there's the issue of viewers' choice. There's the issue of real time. Not all radio stations are available on the go, because if I'm not with a transistor radio, it's very rare you see a lot of people hold transistor radios. So if you don't have the app, there's a particular app on Android or on the iOS, Apple, which you could just download and listen to any radio station. But not all radio stations have that access for you to be able to listen online. So it's very important to understand that for you, the listener's choice, maybe you are the one, you like music, you want to talk about relationship, you want to talk about democracy, politics, if you are just cast in stone that this is what you do. For example, if your station is all about politics, it means that only people who like politics will listen to you. But if your station cuts across life, leisure, health, news, information, music, you come to find out that you have the ability to pull a lot of people to your station. Then we have a lot of radio stations. Imagine in Abuja now, let's say you have over about 50 radio stations. How are you able to serve that audience? What is that extra vibe you are bringing to the fore that would enable listeners to want to listen to you? And you being able to attract advertisers is another thing. Depends on what you appeal to as a station. So it has its challenges, listeners' preference, the ability for you to be available on the go, competition from other radio stations, and of course regulation. There are a lot of things we might not be able to say on air.
Okay, Ugo, I must let you go at this point. Many thanks for coming aboard.
Thank you very much.